Communication, communication, communication. Many people are on different wavelengths and bandwidths of communication, even if you're standing face to face trying to relay something. Many of us are in our own worlds that we're not seeing the world around us. Many of us in our world are relying on outside forces to tell us what is going on in our world, i.e. the news, social media, the paper, etc. But if you didn't have all these cues to reference, how would you communicate? How would you know that there may be scramblers within all these communication frequencies? Are you allowing for these energetic changes in calibration times and maybe being a little quieter to be a different way to communicate? Maybe this old way of communicating just isn't functioning in the way that's optimal at this time. It's changing. So you need to sit back and kind of observe it. Why is it that we put so much stock into the astrology? Well, if this planet's retrograde, this one's direct, and this one's in second gear, then therefore this is going on. We put a lot of stock in that, don't we? But if we had none of those things to draw from, none of those references, how would you know in your body what's being communicated and what to be aware of within your demographics of that communication? You still have all the same stories out there, political, financial, secret space program. You've got them all still going on. All the same stories, same narratives, going round and round and round. Sure, some people may have placed some distance between themselves and that way of referencing communication. But once again, you're lending your antenna and giving it permission to receive information and to fill your body with that information. So you can say yay or nay or 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 F that. You're allowing your antenna to just go out there and attach yourselves to all this social media, newspapers, etc., political arenas, financial houses, to tell you how it's going to be. What if you were to pull your antenna a little shorter, a little closer, and ask your body, how am I doing right now? Am I communicating? How would I know if I'm communicating? It would be what it is that I'm receiving back would have more clarity and make more sense and understanding. But there are many who absolutely have no clue that communications are changing right now. And not everything hinges on the spoken word. Just about everything that was written, well, a lot of that has been so distorted, it's very hard to come to an understanding of that. That's going to present itself. It's going to present itself. I've always had a visceral reaction to anything religious. And I know why. And so that'll come out. Holding the ego where money is concerned, that's what the more of it you have is what makes you who you are. That's going to get blown. You're going to find a lot of theatrical movies getting blown up. So you can't just sit back. Your participation is in how you decide you're going to communicate with all of it. And are you going to go to the upper registers of a frequency? Because the lower registers of the frequency no longer serve you, leaving many of us in this communication holding pattern. We're like just in this holding pattern. We're really not sure what today is bringing. We're really not sure what tomorrow is bringing. We're definitely not so satisfied with yesterday. So before we become more dissatisfied with tomorrow, how can we pump the brakes, reset the dial, allow calibration time, so that we can move in the space that we're in, which is present moment time. That's the only thing we control. You know, many people can't sit still with themselves. They don't know what to do because their nervous system is gimme, gimme, gimme. You're seeing it in our children who are electronically saturated at very young ages. And they're getting away from playing the games and the imagination. And as parents, we have to stop that. Get those Apple Watches off your children's wrists. Get the electronics limited. Get out in the fresh air and the sunshine. And if it's too cold, then play some games at the table. Some creative games. Do some adult coloring while your children are doing what they're doing. And us who are working to pay all the bills and feel like we don't deserve playtime, we need to make some playtime and get our bodies in movement to get out the stagnation of the unsatisfied yesterday. Let me repeat that. We need to get some movement in all of our bodies to release the unsatisfied stagnation of yesterday. We all know it's not about the perfect body. We all know it's not about the perfect amount of money, notoriety, and all that. It's really about our mental and our physical and our emotional bodies of health, which open the pathways for our spiritual awakening that there's so much more than what meets the physical sensories. And right now we're moving into the time of year where things can get a little stressful yet festive, because we like the holiday music, we like what the holiday fantasy is, but in reality, it brings a lot of heaviness. A lot of heaviness. And it's a crapshoot on how things go, because winter can bring a lot of colds and flus. And what are we getting right now? All this next strain. Please don't feed into any of that. Just get in touch with your accordion rhythm, your own systematic rhythm, your magnetic, electrical, biomagnetic, multidimensional, absolutely perfect self, and command that the blood is flowing evenly and beautifully, and that the cells are doing this magnificent symphony of turnover. and that you are maintaining your health through commanding it so, and then selecting things that are of higher vibration for it, so that it's having a healthier experience, which will give you your physical and your mental healthier experience, and can help you also unload the emotional tracks that have been laid before this moment. It's one of the reasons why I do past life regression. I just help you get in tune with things inside of you that just need a little more clarity, a little more understanding, and then decisions can be made. Do I keep this in this box, or can I just let it go? Can I just love it, thank it, forgive it, let it go, whatever it is, from whenever it was, so that I can free my body, free my mind, free my emotional baggage compartments. I can't carry around everything that I've had. Things don't serve me anymore. So when we really work on ourselves, we're working on all the inner children within us that still carry so much. They carry so much, good, bad, and indifferent. So you can only decide that if you actually stop, drop, sit, connect with someone like myself who does this kind of work to help you release it. I still have to connect and release it myself, because there's always something else that comes up. And we're in this beautiful time that your energetics are really trying to communicate with you. And they're asking you to let go of what doesn't need to be taken into tomorrow. No more unsatisfied moments. Face it now. Get the homework done now, so you have more time to play. Responsibilities, accountabilities are always going to be there. Put yourself first in the driver's seat and be the commander of this vehicle, and say, I'm not taking this tire iron of crapola with me anymore. I'm not running around on deflated tires because I've been lucky. Use your own antenna and your own frequency dial to tune into you. Don't worry about what the planets are doing. Don't worry about the financial systems. You're gonna be okay. Religious stuff crumbles. It crumbles. It's only you who can say, well, that was my truth, but was it? At the time it was, but if you really think about it, it's been handed down to you, all of it, on how it's supposed to be. Well, it's not working, my friends. The communication up until now isn't working. So how can you stop, drop, sit, connect with your communication center, become in tune with that breath, ask for divine guidance as you do, as you say, as you receive, as you give, as you touch, as you move, as you breathe. Light up your furnace. Get that pilot light on, nice, steady flow. And when it seems like you're going in this direction and something happens and it's like that direction, don't sit here and pout about why this didn't work. Say, okay, all right, I've got my foot in both worlds here, getting my bearings, what didn't work out, where I'm going now, what's happening. and learn to flow with it. Learn to flow with it. All right? So much love to each and every one of you. If you want a session on regression, embodimenttothesoul.com. See you there.